They're
Well,
different
it would.
clocks. Have you ever known two clocks to stay at exactly the same time, ever?
Well, you could do it with atomic clocks.
Okay, so you do it with these atomic clocks, cesium-133, yeah, which works on electromagnetism, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So you move them through an electromagnetic field, and surprise, surprise, they produce different numbers. I wonder why that could be.
What's this got to do with electromagnetism?
You don't realise that cesium vibrates at a certain speed due to electromagnetism.
Hold on. Okay, so atomic clocks work on the basis that the element that it uses decays at a
No,
very,
wrong.
very
Cesium 133.
Hello? Who's Morrigan? Is that you talking? Have you muted? Your mic broke. Oh, did he jump on a conference call just when I said I was coming over? That's fucking ace, isn't it? Shouldn't have told him I was coming, should I? All right, you're not, nobody talking? Oh, it might need to wait for, who's Morrigan then? Have you not got a mic then, Morrigan?
a proton.
1/10,000. No,
Oh, sorry,
1/10,000.
Oh my goodness, that's even worse.
I'm just trying to find you the LIGO. Back in a sec.
Yeah, man, no worries. I know you got it. That's why I'm kicking in the background because I know where this is all going. But yeah, 10,000th of a proton. That's what they measured on their presuppositional calculations. Numerous amounts of presuppositional calculations based on an idea of what they thought they might get. Templates, right?
What's this about templates?
Presuppositional calculations on what they thought they might get. Red alarm bell goes off. Ding, 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 ding. Gravity wave. Right? That's basically what it is. Measurement of, as Chad said and corrects me, 1/10,000th of a proton. And they measured what they say was and only a gravitational wave because they had presuppositional calculations of maybe measuring 1/10,000th of a proton. It's not proof.
I mean, you seem to find this pretty amusing. I'm
Yeah.
struggling to understand why it's so funny.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you do.
Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's an incredibly tiny.
Do they measure those? Do they measure those often?
Well, there aren't many tools sensitive to make that to
But
make
they measured
with that kind of precision.
1/10,000th of one.
That's light years small, man.
What?
Light years for me is like that. That was the joke for me because like light years is not a way to measure distance. It's so small. It takes light years to get so small. I don't know. It's just funny for me, man. Well, for us that sounds ridiculous because like how you can only even what do? They know relative positions of of these subatomic particles. They can't see them. They just have some kind of instruments that react to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like you can't see a proton or a quark or a boson, but you can detect them. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're getting. We have instruments to see X-rays, and we kind of all agree that there's X-rays and stuff, and they're detected by and other stuff we can see. We use instruments, but it just doesn't add up. If you can't detect something this small, how can you detect something 100 times as small? It doesn't make sense.
There you go. There's a new scientist article on the grave doubts over LIGO. Have a look at that. And there's also, if you look up the guy who raised these doubts, he's given some YouTube talks explaining why he doesn't like the way that LIGO has approached dealing with it. But you obviously choose who you want to believe.
Didn't they get information from LIGO? Isn't that one of the sort?
He did mention that that was the worst people he's ever dealt with in his life to do with science in 30 years as a scientist.
Okay.
He's taken a lot of flack over it, this German guy, just because he disagrees with them and disagrees with their methods.
God, don't disagree with shit, man. God, don't do that.
I mean, they got they had this LIGO going for about 10 years. They didn't find anything. They asked for some extra money. So it basically cost them about $1 billion to build all these interferometers, and then bingo, they found something, and then they got the Nobel Prize for it. So yeah, and
just in time. But they're all happy when that buzzer went off.
Well, it seems a bit bizarre what they did, but there you go. why they think that something like that is a gravity wave, I don't know, but that's what they think.
Somebody brought up earlier the observation made in 1919. One that we spoke about a couple of
Did
times.
you have the
before.
quote ready for him?
No, I didn't. I've got it. Obviously, it's in our chat that I've had with you, but it's way up in our chat somewhere.
Yeah.
I should really mean that somewhere. I'll find it and get it printed.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Yeah, this guy the German guy who he mentions all the previous claims that they'd made, to discovering this gravitational wave. Obviously, it's like I don't know what you call it, the philosopher's stone of of physics.
Yeah, right.
Gravitational waves. Loads of people have been, said they've discovered it, but has he? Where's Super Guy gone? Is he having a look at it?
I'm reading this New Scientist article.
As I say, if you want to read, look, this guy. If you go type this guy's name into YouTube, you can watch some explanations of why he doesn't think that LIGO did detect gravity waves. I think they're quite convincing to me, but obviously they disagree.
All these different ideas, all these ways to think. They say that they can prove this shit, but it's just on the surface, man. What, like 6 o'clock news today, LIGO announced that they have discovered gravitational waves. Cut too short of lots of people talking about an announcement that they've discovered gravitational waves. A couple of photographers, and there you go, on to the next story. Right, we've discovered gravitational waves. That's really all you see. Yeah, if you want, you can have a look. You might read about it in newspaper, or if you're more inclined, look into it more on the internet. But that's down to you, right? You've got to keep asking questions. The thing is, most people just seem to find the information that goes along with the purported story because that's always pushed to the front. You start digging around and you start looking, you start understanding that no, lots of people don't agree for fundamental reasons with this shit. And this isn't stuff that everybody gets told on the 6 O'clock News, right?
I think what's really interesting is that Louis Essen actually created the first atomic clock. He didn't believe in this time stretching and all that business. He didn't believe in general relativity. So, I mean, he must have known the results of these clock experiments where they flew atomic clocks around the Earth in aeroplanes. He would have been well aware of the results of that. But he didn't agree with general relativity for some reason. So I'll have to. It'd be hard to understand his work, but it'd be interesting if he could give something simplified on it.
Well, I do always come across people that did work on something, and then sometime later somebody else comes along and go, "Oh, what he was actually trying to say," or "This is good proof of something that I'm trying to prove," and can wangle it around. Same with Newton and Cavendish and all of these types of people. It was always later somebody else come along. Oh, I can use this to make shit up with this.
Well, in the movie The Fool on the Hill, which seems to have been scrubbed by YouTube, or I can't find it anymore one way or another. But special relativity got into stuff like space expanding and contracting, clocks working differently because time is working, differently, and basically saying you can't tell if, your reference frame is valid or mine. Any reference frame is valid. You can be moving, I can be moving, and light has this constant speed that doesn't change, but the universe kind of expands and contracts to meet it, I guess. And general relativity, special relativity makes it kind of look like you can't tell if I'm moving and I can tell if you're moving. So it's kind of like, where we could be going around the sun, but just not feel it because of our special, relative reference frame. But general relativity is kind of the opposite in that, the universe could potentially be swirling around us. We could be the center, and there could be locality. Like we can have an absolute standard of whether we're moving versus something else, kind of, but I'd have to look into it more myself. But as far as I was led to believe from that film, Einstein kind of recanted what he was saying in special relativity, saying it could be possible that an ether can exist, and that we could be at the center while the universe is swirling around us. But I think in special relativity, there is no ether, and no absolute standard for any reference frame to judge one reference frame from another. Yours could be just as valid as mine, etc.
You still reading that article, Ziegler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, buddy. Waves from the sky.
That's kind of
Mhm.
convenient, right? So convenient that everything is relative through relativity. Nothing really
Yeah.
matters.
It's all nominal. It's fine.
Yeah, well, it really does. Nothing really matters that way. If not even the present moment.
Well, form follows function. And so if inside you said in your, heart say that there is no absolute standard, everything is relative.
Yeah, not
Your
even the present
essential
moment.
reflection.
The now is a reference frame or like a axis or whatever, or a point. The now is not even really now. It's really crazy. Um, I never could wrap my mind around it, even though when I thought I believed it. Um, your mind tries to, baffles that, starts making the situations, and they all seem quite impossible, really, intuitively.
What are we talking about?
Like, for example, in
Relativity.
relativity, the fastest thing is the speed of light, etc.
Right.
So, if the light of the if the we first have to take into account the model of the sphere, right? So if the sun is so far away and the light takes 8 minutes to reach us, and that's actually like the fastest time can move, right? So it's relative. Basically, if you're on the sun and I'm here on Earth, we have a fucking really big stick, right? That's 8 minutes light minutes long, right? And we kind of somehow calculate to, I don't know, start pulling at the stick, or or whatever, do something with it. What's gonna happen with the stick those 8 minutes, like till the action reaches? Basically, what relativity states is that stick is gonna be like some kind of a, I don't know, quantum mess till both. I don't know what's gonna happen to the stick if we both start pulling on it.
Well,
That's an interesting question. Do you mind if I
Or yeah.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
So if you're talking about a stick that's made of actual matter, right? There's going to be a delay in the transfer of force because the stick that you're holding is not a solid construct. It's made of all these small atoms, and those need to press against each other, and that has an inherent delay. If the stick were one unique fundamental particle, which obviously is impossible, but if it was, you would have to. I'm trying to think what would happen under relativity.
Well,
to the
that's
other
it,
end.
man. Like, it's, you can think about it, but physically, what would happen? Like, would the stick be a quantum noodle till the 4 minutes, I don't know, or 8 minutes pass till it knows where it actually is or what they're doing to it? And if you're talking about the delay, okay, have you heard of longitudinal waves?
I think it would just bend.
Would just bend, but would it bend literally or just like bending in space time and it's actually straight?
It would bend from your perspective. Does that make sense? So, like in your
No, it
reference,
doesn't.
it
It
bent.
doesn't. It doesn't really.
Because the end of it would be moving at a higher speed, which means that it would be experiencing time at a slower rate. So that would cause it to bend. It wouldn't be able to, from your point of reference, it wouldn't be able to keep up with what it should be, the speed it should be moving at, if it was not being affected by time dilation. So you would see it lagging behind, which would make it appear as if it was bending.
Well, shouldn't we be able to detect these anomalies at lower scales here if we do experiments? That's my point. Like, when is the quantum soup begin and the relativity, and all that?
You might be able
Because
to detect it in like an electron or something. I don't know. You'd have to look into that. I have no idea about that. But you wouldn't be able to detect it in like an actual stick, because again, there'd be a delay in the transfer of force along the stick.
don't get me wrong, I really liked Interstellar too, but I don't think that really
Oh,
can
Interstellar
function.
was cool. Did you know that Interstellar's the one where like he goes into the black hole at the end, right?
Yeah, he kind of goes
Yeah.
into this. He
You
kind of
know, you know what's interesting about that? They made a simulation for the black hole using equations and the physics of black holes, and they made a visual simulation of it. They didn't draw it; they made an actual simulation, almost like a video game, and then they translated that into film. And from this simulation, they learned a new property of black holes because nobody had ever thought of it before. But the simulation showed that there would be a ring of light around the black hole, and no one had ever.
But that's just through a simulation they created through. They never know. They don't really know what. Come on, man. Like,
Well, it's mathematically accurate. That's why it's interesting.
yeah, I can prove to you that mathematically accurate anything if I know the math right, and that doesn't make it true. Mathematically, math doesn't always apply. Like, these things don't always apply in the physical realm. If they just make sense on paper, doesn't mean it's true, man. That's what I mean.
No, he knows. He just can never admit it on air.
What I'm saying is, like, they
I
start
posted
this
a.
math with their own numbers and with their own so they start the theory.
I'm a bit wondering why Lepizzle thinks that this was never thought of before, because that's just an accretion disk, and theoretically, you would be able to use a singularity like that as a generator.
Well, read the article that I posted.
But why? I already know about this stuff.
Well, again, this effect was not theorized until this simulation was made.
Okay, well, maybe you should correct your statement and say that it was never published or made public, but it was theorized. So, I
And
was
what's your source
confused
on
about that wordage.
I've got a
And
picture
why do you think that it was
of a black
theorized?
hole.
Do you have a source on that?
I got it from my backyard. I'm a backyard astronomer, and I got a photograph of a black hole.
I don't know where you're gonna go with this. You can go so many ways.
It was just an odd statement, and no, I don't have any citations for you.
So so you're just saying that that's your opinion that it was theorized before, because it wasn't, as far as I know. According to this source, it was not. This is where it was first theorized.
Well, I prefer my sources not to be Hollywood.
So you're just making up that it was theorized before. You don't actually know whether or not it was.
Oh, I'm not making it up.
But you admitted that you don't actually know whether or not it was theorized before. You don't have a source for that.
No, I'm telling you that it was theorized before. I just don't have a source for you.
Okay, so who theorized it before? How do you know it was theorized before?
good way to kill the chat, Lapizzle.
Oh, it actually wasn't him. It was me. I do this all the time. Yeah, it
Poor lad.
happens.
I
It
don't.
happens.
I just don't understand why you brought it up if it was just speculation.
It's not speculation, but I don't have a source for you. You
Well,
can find that for yourself.
how do you know? How do you know? Where did you learn this? So you're telling me that something is true. You're saying that you are sure that it is true, but you're unwilling to tell me how you know that it's true or where you learned that it is true?
In my mind, it's enough to create the information dump. So there you go. There you have it. I gave you a suggestion. You can look into it if you want.
I don't understand why you even brought it up if you're not willing to substantiate your claim.
Do I need to
I've
start
got one
judging
question.
Lapizzle?
Now we've got that out of the way, can we move on? Thanks.
Should we move on to Emma? You pick a subject.
I don't know. Lapizzle, how's your experiment redo going?
What do you mean redo?
What do you think redo means?
Like doing it properly?
I was not. Who said I was going to redo anything?
Oh, so you're not going to do it properly? Okay, fair enough.
It was done properly the first time. Do you mean rewriting the visual, or do you mean redoing the experiment?
Do it in the southern hemisphere. See if you still get the sun going around you.
In the southern hemisphere, you get the same results. Yes.
Do you? You said you've only done the experiment once.
Other people have done it in the southern hemisphere.
So the sun's going around them.
Yeah, you get the exact same results based on your displacement from the equator. So it'll be the same in the southern and northern hemisphere.
Okay, now.
Yeah, but did you actually do it to actually know for yourself? Like, don't
Have
just
I
take other
have I
people's
personally
info,
done the
right?
experiment in the southern hemisphere? No. Other
Wouldn't you
people have done the
rather
exact
do
same
it
experiment
yourself?
in the southern hemisphere, though.
Like, I would rather do it myself just so I can have the numbers just for myself.
Do you live in the southern hemisphere?
No, but if I got a chance to go down there, I would fucking take the chance in a heartbeat to do it.
So
Why
would I,
wouldn't
but
I
I
want that
haven't had a
information?
chance to go to the southern hemisphere recently.
Well, I'm just saying you should find, if you really want to do the experiment properly, you'd find a way, right?
I'm confident in the other people that have done it, and I'm
Is confidence enough, really, though?
in this case, yes.
Alright. Might end up in the back of right back. Well, I guess you haven't left globe mentality yet.
Well, I'm confident that it's flat. Therefore, what?
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Well, yeah, but I'm confident.
I trust in man that wouldn't like.
So is my confidence better than yours, or worse, or the same? I mean,
No, it's worse than mine.
How do you ascertain that?
Because I'm correct.
Ah, okay. So this is all very
Just
self-fulfilling.
trust me in that I'm correct.
Oh, hold on, stop interrupting. Fuck no. Crypto
Do you
finish.
think, Jedi? Do you think that you would get different results in the southern hemisphere?
I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm just
see
wondering
the
what
light
your
and left side
hypothesis
does.
would be. Do you think you would
My
get different results?
hypothesis. Yeah, I don't know. The Earth is measured flat, and the light in the sky seems to cause phenomena.
Well, my question is, you suggested that I'd personally do it in the southern hemisphere. Do you think that I would get
Yeah,
a different
I
result?
was. Yeah, I would have possibly thought so. To be fair, I would have done, because you say in this northern hemisphere you get an elliptical orbit of the sun around you personally, right? Okay, that's cool. But in the southern hemisphere, not on on an AE map, you're outside the circle of the sun. So with
Correct.
that idea, yeah, I know where I'm going. So with that idea, I would have thought, we've had this conversation before, but it doesn't stop the floor being flat. It's just a phenomenon in the sky. But I don't know the answer. There
Yeah,
are
that's
certain
actually one of
things
the.
that-
That's actually one of the strongest parts of the experiment, is that you get the same results in the northern and southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
And again, the what's great about this experiment is that you can confirm it easily for yourself. And there are many people in this server who live in the southern hemisphere. There's a lot of people who live in Australia. And if you don't trust the results that I'm presenting, if you don't trust the results that people have presented from the southern hemisphere, then you can easily do it yourself. And even if you can't travel to the southern hemisphere yourself, all you have to do is find one person in here who you trust, who lives in the southern hemisphere, and they can do it. And though the math will be different, it's essentially the same. You're going to have different calculations, and the southern hemisphere is, I would say, a little more complicated, but you're going to get the same result, and you're going to observe the same phenomenon.
So I'm not going crawling in my head.
Stop using bold in your text. It's weird. Also, why are you yelling? I probably could if I wanted to. Dances, we call many things by strange terms. I don't know why you're trying to pick apart language. For example, we call the lines of longitude and latitude lines when they are not lines in either model. You can pick apart these what?
They are lines.
Well, a line is a straight line that continues forever.
No, a line is a
That's
line.
what a line is in mathematics.
No, if a line was necessarily straight, you wouldn't have to use the words straight line to describe a straight line.
But you understand that in mathematics, a line is one continuous, infinite.
No,
vector.
it's not.
Not a vector, but you understand what I'm saying.
No, it's not. If it has an A at one end and a B at the other, then that would be the start and stop point. If it has an arrow
that's a
at
line.
either
That's
end,
a line segment. That's a line segment.
If it has an arrow at either end, though, that means it's infinite.
Right.
But if it has like a stop mark or a name or a letter or something like
Then
that,
it's a line segment.
That's an end. Well, yeah, but that's a line, isn't it? You said it's not a line.
No, it's a line segment.
It's not a line then, is it not?
So a line
It's
is
like
not a line.
I
It's
don't
a
know
line
why
segment.
Yeah.
Looks like a line
This
to me.
is insane.
You're saying it.
I'm not the one who brought up semantics.
I think I need a line of something. I need a line of something. Forget about this.
Oh yeah, I could do for some of that as well.
No, you shouldn't. It's not good for you. Just a joke.
Well,
about
I think
drugs.
that's just what they want you to think. I think that it is good for you.
I
That's not
don't
gonna
care.
help.
No one cares.
Not in the live stream.
Alchemy,
anyway.
listen. There are tons of people here.
Yeah, the
who will
pure
say
herb, whatever.
Who will
It's
say
an-
that
it's a-
popular medicine is not good for you. So why would you not believe in popular medicine, but also believe in what popular medicine says
'cause
about drugs?
The venom is
Isn't
in
it
the
possible
dose,
that
and the coke plant by itself is kind of like a tea. It's a alkaloid, but if you concentrate it, just like anything, it burns holes in your nose and it fucks up your heart. And I used to sniff that shit and it fucked up my heart. So don't tell me it's good for you.
The horizon is a flat 360 degrees, proving the Earth isn't flat. On a flat Earth, there wouldn't be a horizon. This was a quote made by Fight the Flat Earth earlier, it seems, on Twitter.
Okay.
I'll read it again. The horizon is a flat 360 degrees, proving the Earth isn't flat. On a flat Earth, there wouldn't be a horizon.
So what would there be if there was no horizon? Possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever heard any Glober say.
Yeah, me too.
So we
It's
have a flat
factual
horizon.
statement. That is, he's Fight the Flat Earth has just said.
Like,
Factual.
no, but seriously,
Wait.
if you didn't have a horizon, so you wouldn't have a place where visually the sky meets the land. So would you just see no sky or no land?
We'll be living in a tower.
Well, it can only be one or the other.
Yeah, he's doing it now. The horizon kills Flat Earth. There shouldn't be one.
That's really dumb.
There shouldn't be a demarcation line between the floor that you are looking across and the sky that isn't touching.
Fight the Flat Earth as a kid. He doesn't know how to speak. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So this is why he mumbles and says these things. That he has no idea what he's talking about.
He's making big money though, or so I hear.
Do you believe
money?
this?
Nope.
He's a company director. It's a company, you know. Now, Fight the Flat Earth is a company. He is company director.
Did you guys see his leaked tax stuff?
No.
I saw a screenshot. I saw a screenshot that was apparently leaked from his taxes or something like that, and it showed that he had no taxes due.
Well, he knows the taxes are supposed to be voluntary or something like that.
But I don't care. I'm more interested in the claim about the horizon line and whether the Pizzle believes this statement to be true. That on a flat Earth there would be a horizon. Oh no, this is what I'm saying, because many people do, and like you brought up, people pay a lot of money now. It seems with chats and whatnot. Sorry, super chats and whatnot.
You just
making it. Well, no, I'm trying not to. So that's what I'm saying. Do you believe this? Someone who's getting paid on your side?
I think what he said is technically incorrect.
There he
It's also
is.
technically.
I like the way you technically did that.
Thank you.
Technically,
not just incorrect. It was
nonsense.
technically incorrect. That's even worse.
That's correct.
Isn't it?
Debatable. The problem with it is that I think he's confusing the idea that just as an example, if you had a building and if you had a high enough resolution so you could zoom in on it forever and ever, it would never disappear on a flat Earth. But that doesn't mean that there is no horizon, because depending on the instrument that you're using, there's always going to be a limit to either your resolution or a limit caused by by obstruction of the atmosphere. There's always going to be a limit to how far you can see, and just based on the definition of a horizon, that's going to be the horizon. The horizon isn't necessarily.
But do you reckon that's what
where
he's
the
saying,
curves
or
are.
do you reckon that I think what he's saying is the horizon is there. We live on a ball, therefore it's a ball. Now, that horizon being there proves that it isn't a flat Earth, because on flat Earth there wouldn't even be an horizon. Whatever.
I think
that means.
that's probably what he's trying to say, but I can't be sure. He could just be wrong.
Well, he's wrong. He's wrong either way, isn't he?
him.
But can you imagine what he's thinking a flat Earth might be? Can you put your place in his shoes and what he's imagining flat Earth?
If I had to guess, I would say that he is trying to explain that on a flat Earth you would never have obstruction of faraway objects. But again, I can't speak for him, and I don't know him at all. I've never watched any of his videos. I've seen him as a guest in some videos. I don't know if he's smart or dumb. I don't know anything about him, so I'm not going to say anything about whether I agree with him.
How can you do that? How can you say that?
I don't know him at all, so I can't speak for him.
But you know all
Or
sorts
he had
of
a seizure.
people. How can you not know Fight the Flat Earth, Simon Dan, and Conspiracy?
I know
Cats?
Simon. I know Simon Dan. I don't know the other two.
Simon Dan.
I think he just had a seizure while he was saying it, or he's a paid shill, or both.
Me or Fight the Flat Earth?
There should be an indistinguishable blur.
the flat Earth,
at
the
the
flat Earth.
horizon. So, like, you wouldn't call it a horizon. I'm presuming you would call it a indistinguishable blur.
The mist.
I'll screenshot it.
It would be like like the old Silent Hill game, since they couldn't render shit. Everything was like a mist, and it was like you couldn't see more than like 2 feet away.
Dances. You gotta stop using bold. It looks weird.
You know what's crazy is that how they want to consider themselves experts on it wouldn't happen on a flat Earth. You know, saying like, how do you know what would happen on a flat Earth?
Sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm
Oh,
reading
I think
through,
I think I see what he's saying. Maybe he's saying that before the horizon caused by resolution, there would be a blur caused.
Yeah, same. Everybody did.
But would you not
Okay,
call that a horizon?
I think. Well, I think that he's saying that because you're seeing the blur there, it's not technically our horizon because it's not the limit of your vision. It's just an obstruction. So, like, if you were looking
anyway, though,
if you were looking at a solid wall, maybe you wouldn't call that a horizon. You would just say your vision is obstructed. But I mean, it's kind of at that point, it's kind of semantics. I don't really I don't think that's a really good argument.
Yeah, no reason for a horizon on a flat Earth. I mean, that doesn't even make sense, does it?
I mean, I'd have to ask him what he means by it. How do you change your how do you change your time to military time in on Discord?
Don't know.
You set the language to either UK English or American English.
Oh.
So I think 24-hour is UK English, 12 hours American English.
Oh, you're right. I changed it to UK English and it went to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting.
The funny thing is, we don't use a 24-hour clock over here. We use a 12-hour.
How strange.
24-hour.
Yeah, I think I had set the language on my laptop on Discord to UK English, and I didn't realize that was basically the only difference, and it was frustrating me that
they have keyboard.
The time was all in 24-hour, and I couldn't work out what it was, and I think I googled it, and I don't know. That kind of thing should just be a separate setting. If you're gonna have it like a separate language setting for UK and American English, and the only difference is that one is 12-hour and one is 24-hour. Just don't bother. Just
Yeah, they should just have an option to change the clock.
yeah.
I like it better this way.
Well, really, because I prefer 12-hour.
Well, I like it because then I can sort of differentiate between. Well, does it when I don't even remember. Does it say AM and PM when you switch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, let's get back on topic. What do you think of that LIGO document then? Super.
What is LIGO the laser thing with the gravitational wave?
Yeah.
Or is that the other thing?
No, you got it right. I mean,
What document?
Chad sent me an article talking about some researchers who have some doubts about, or basically who don't think that LIGO has actually detected any gravitational waves.
You want to drop it in live stream?
I've not got the article open now. Scrolling up to see if I can find it. But yeah, basically they think that the researchers, the LIGO collaboration, didn't properly separate the data from the noise for some like fairly technical reasons.
No, it was if you watch the guy's videos, he explains that their method of detecting the gravitational waves. He didn't think that was a sound way of a good way of detecting them. He didn't think that was rigorous.
That wasn't mentioned in
Ah.
the article.
Well, if you read if you watch his YouTube stuff, that'll explain it. He goes into
It
quite a lot of detail.
appears they're detecting the ether instead
No,
of
they're not
the.
detecting anything. It's just nothing. It's nonsense. Lasers over a kilometer or 4 kilometer lasers. It's just nothing. There's
Are
nothing
those
there.
lasers flat? The lasers over 4 kilometers. It's a Glober laser test.
I'd see it as the waves of the ether as opposed to gravity waves. That's probably what, if anything, they're detecting at all. But
No, they're
How does
1/10,000th
how does the same ether do so many different things?
it carries a bunch of waves.
I didn't
It's a
realize
medium for wave propagation.
I didn't realize the ether had waves now.
It's a medium for wave propagation, but also
What
the medium
causes the
itself
wave?
has waves
moon?
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like water. Water itself is a thing, and it is waves.
What?
And it's a medium that can carry a bunch of other stuff too: fish, rocks, particles, waves. It can do all that. The main thing is the special relativity that was used to disprove the ether is what Robert Sungenis called petitio principii. Basically, it's begging the question, why are we getting this Lorentz contraction? Because the Earth is moving. Therefore, the instruments are showing, an interference pattern on the instrument because the Earth is moving. Well, you have to prove the Earth is moving first. You can't use the fact that the Earth is moving to get rid of the ether and still, consider the Earth moving. It's a bit of circular reasoning.
Well, I mean,
Lemon.
uh,
Lemon.
I mean, if the Earth isn't moving, how is it contracting? It's contracting because, according to them, the Earth is moving. But maybe it's not contracting at all, and they just came up with the Lorentz contraction to explain away the obvious implication. It goes slower against the ether, faster with the ether. And if the ether exists and they're not getting the speeds that they need for Earth to be moving through said ether, well, then by implication, maybe the Earth isn't moving at all. That makes gravity fall apart because you need gravity in orbit in Copernicanism to be going around the sun. If we're not going around the sun, then gravity is not doing what they say it's doing, pulling us around the sun. Other things fall apart as well. If a bigger object no longer needs to pull an object by its, bigger gravity, the sun doesn't need to be this huge gravity ball by Newton's mechanics. It no longer needs to pull a bunch of smaller satellites and smaller planets. It could be, bigger or smaller. It opens up a realm of possibilities.
Do you feel like you're using the ether as God of the gaps, where it just explains anything that doesn't add up?
Well, there are multiple experiments that get a consistent ether drift. There were like dozens of experiments. Robert Sungenis goes over it in the video as well, that dozens of experimenters from the 1870s to the 1940s noted a consistent ether drift, but it just wasn't enough for a moving Earth. So they had a pickle. Get rid of Copernicanism and admit that 500 years of science was based on lies, or cobble up relativity and abolish the ether. Also, the ether is much more intuitive than gravity. Medium that
It is
flows
much
in
more intuitive.
Can I
Into
stop you there?
it's natural. The brain naturally takes to it. It doesn't naturally take gravity.
Bird, can I just stop you there for a second? So how intuitive or not something is has absolutely no bearing on how true it is, and it is not a good way to determine whether something is true or not. So,
But
like,
I
don't know.
Oh, sorry.
So, like, I don't know whether you brought, intuitiveness up as, a reason to believe that it's as a reason to believe in the ether or not. It sounds like that's what you meant, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, the thing is, I'm just trying to keep us consistent. Science has thrown out a non-intuitive holy God, but they're willing to keep non-intuitive unnatural gravity, which means that they're being selective and inconsistent. And so that's fine. People are human.
It doesn't matter how intuitive it is, though. Like, quantum physics is not particularly intuitive, but it's still, the consensus because, there's experimental, there's a lot of evidence backing it up. We have observations of, things like quantum particles, from particle accelerators. We have the double slit experiment again. As evidence for the like wave particle duality of light. It's not intuitive, but that has no bearing on the truth.
Well, actually, it's more intuitive to think of an ether medium carrying all sorts of weight and acting at who knows how far of a distance.
I don't care how intuitive it is.
I also don't see how that's intuitive. How is it intuitive to believe in a medium that cannot be measured and, for all intents and purposes, does not exist?
Well, I mean, we already have precedent for things that cannot really be measured by direct means. The things that we can tend to measure through the most direct means tend to be solid. But as you go toward the other phases, liquid, gas, plasma, you go toward increasing inability to measure it and hold it directly, and increasing inability to have it take shape and form. Probably all the way down to the ether of space, where it needs to be contained, it needs to be housed if it's going to have any shape at all. And sometimes it slips right through the solid barriers that are made for it, like different, electrons, quote unquote, if they exist or whatever. That's, intuitive, going with the tendency from more shape and more containment toward solids toward less shape and less form, all the way down to the ether. So it just depends on how you're thinking about it, but it is counterintuitive to think that vacuum space can give you 0 point energy that pops out of nothing, that something can be both a wave and a particle in duality. Duality is a lot like lies. Either something is or it is not. If this light has a discrete atomistic particle, where is it? What does it look like? Can you put it in a jar? Can you collect it? Can you look at it? Or is this just a concept that we're trying to hold? It seems to act a lot like a wave. And so how much of this are we reading into it by selective prejudice? Are we really willing to submit to the truth, whatever it is, or are we willing to write in workarounds for our preferred model?
Let me give you an example for why intuition is not a good way of determining truth. So, a few millennia ago, people thought it was intuitive that thunder and lightning was Thor or Zeus. Oh no, they're different mythologies. Actually, screw it. Like, yeah, Thor. certain people thought it was intuitive that thunder and lightning was because Zeus was, throwing down bolts of lightning, and certain other people thought it was intuitive that it was because of Thor. But neither of them were right, as far as we can tell. So, and I could probably come up with a bunch more examples if you want. That's just one off the top of my head. But can you see that how intuitive something is not a good way of determining how true it is. And so when we're talking about if this is a good theory or that's a good theory, how intuitive it is completely irrelevant.
Well,
I'd like to point out real quick, Lemon, also about the wave-particle duality of light. That doesn't mean necessarily that light is these things. It's just that light has properties that we typically attribute to particles and waves. So light has momentum, which is a property that's typically attributed to particles, but it also experiences diffraction and interference. And these are things that we typically attribute to waves. That's all that a wave-particle duality is. It has both of these effects. That doesn't necessarily say anything about what it is. After all, the idea of a wave and a particle is just something that humans have made up. It's not even necessarily the best way to describe reality. It's, in fact, in a sense, it's inherently flawed because there are things that have properties that overlap in between waves and particles.
Did I hear you correctly, Lepizzle, when you stated that a massless particle has momentum?
Yes. Photons do have momentum, yes.
Did someone say mass?
I'd like, again, if you're not sure about this, you can... The evidence for this is that when you have a photon colliding with like an electron or something, the electron and the electron and the photon will continue, but the photon will have a different wavelength and the electron will have momentum. And what this means is that momentum is being conserved, and also the photon had momentum to begin with.
Well, and also at the same time, satellites in space can be like they can be moved from their orbit,
yes,
because of the momentum imparted on them from radiation from the sun.
Yes.
Yeah. So like solar sails are a thing because they catch light in the same way that sails catch wind, and that can
Yo.
Are you live streaming this?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Neat.
So what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about level.
No, we're talking about your hypocrisy.
My hypocrisy with what?
Let's start with you not calling out bad behavior is just as bad as doing it yourself.
Wherever I see it.
Okay. Can you prove to me where you called it out on physical and death threats to fight?
No, I can't prove it to you at all.
Okay, so you didn't do it.
Yeah, I did.
How would I know that? How would anybody know that?
I don't. You don't have to know it, do you? Because it doesn't really matter to you, does it?
It does, because your claim is that you call out bad behavior wherever you see it.
But I do.
And yet, you have zero proof of you doing that ever.
I've called you, and I've called Fight the Flat Earth for calling me
a
child abuser. I've called
this
that
is
out.
No. This is about your hypocrisy.
What hypocrisy?
So if somebody sends physical or death threats, and you don't call them out, what does that say about you and your claim that you do call?
You are saying that I didn't call them out.
You have no proof that you did, and I've never seen you do it once.
You've never seen me call you out for when you called me a child.
No. This is about your hypocrisy.
Did you ever see?
No. Pay attention. This is
Fight the Flat Earth out.
No. Hold on. This is about you not calling out people on your
I've
server
called people
in your Flat Earth initiative, not calling them out for physical and death threat.
There's no big. Well, I haven't seen any physical or death threats.
Dude, it's right there in chat.
Yeah.
Are you blind?
Yeah. Well, what? Pumpkin? Do you know who Pumpkin is?
You got Most Mad. You got Chocolate Cyan. You got
You
Pumpkin.
know Chocolate. Have you been after Chocolate? Go to Nathan Oakley. He's on Nathan Oakley's every day. Have you called him?
Why am I calling him out? My claim is not. No.
Call everybody out, haven't you?
No.
Proof of doing it.
You said no. You don't. You have no proof of you calling out these people on your server that you associate with. Why would I? My claim is not that I call out bad behavior wherever I see them.
I know that's not your claim.
Pay attention. We're talking about your claim.
No, you call me a
No.
child
We're talking
abuser.
about your claim. Look, we can talk about that in a second. Let's talk about your hypocrisy first. Okay, let's set that aside.
No.
I know you're
just
chomping
say
at the
I
bit.
haven't
I
done
know you
something.
really want to talk about it. You really are just like, oh, I really want to talk to this guy about this one thing.
No,
but
I don't
let's
want to
first
talk to you
talk
at
about
all,
this one
really.
thing. Well, then you can leave. Goodbye. Or do you want to talk about your hypocrisy?
I don't want to talk about my hypocrisy because I don't see
here we
that
go.
I have any.
Your claim is I call out bad behavior wherever I see it.
Yes.
Your second claim is you not calling out bad behavior is just as bad as doing it yourself. And yet I've shown you evidence on your server that you associate
you
with
said that.
people doing physical. No, you said both of those first two claims. The second part is proof of people in your server that you associate with on Flat Earth Initiative 24/7 Flat Earth Discord of people giving physical and death threats, and yet you did not call that out. So basically, you're a giant hypocrite.
You just claimed that I didn't call it out.
You have no proof.
Well,
Otherwise, I could see in the chat logs of you saying, "Hey guys,"
No.
or anybody. Actually, hold on, anybody.
Like this on
Nobody.
Discord, don't we?
Nobody called
mainly
out.
over there on 24/7. We talk. Nobody really chats.
No. Hold on.
In the text.
Nobody in chat, and nobody in text said, "Hey guys, physical threats and death threats are not cool. Let's be better than that."
When was that? Are you talking about when the debate was happening?
Yeah.
Right. So what are you? Do you want me to have looked at that chat? Do you think I was bothered looking at that chat when I was debating?
Well, you were posting some stuff in there during
I was
the time.
posting pictures. I wasn't reading any comments or anything. I go to that thing, press the little button, then I'm looking through me pictures, and then I'm clicking on it. You can't see the chat, can you? As soon as you click that plus button to do a thing, what can you see if you're looking through your pictures?
Here's the thing, dude. I showed you this, I believe, the day after, and you still didn't call it out. Not once have you called it out. You've never said, dude, this isn't cool. I don't really want to be associated with people who are doing death and physical threats. If Fight the Flat Earth or anybody else in any of these servers that I associate with were doing physical or death threats, I would call them out immediately and not want to be associated with them. Because you know why? Not calling out bad behavior is as bad as doing it yourself. Quote from you, October 10th.
Right, so now you have to make the claim. You'll make the claim that I haven't said anything to anyone. Never called anybody out. I don't have to show you, but I can go and get someone.
Who are you gonna go get?
I'm one of the
Show
people
me.
who
Most
I've
Mad,
said just recently.
Chocolate, Pumpkin, Salesman. Let's see. Mostly Mutcore. Pumpkin again. She seems to be going crazy.
Well, Pumpkin's
Chocolate.
Gone. Pumpkin's long gone.
FE Crypto Gangster or Sirius.
What did Chocolate say? What does he say? What's Chocolate say?
It's right there in the chat, dude.
Well,
There's an image. Are you blind? I posted it right in chat. And I posted it about 10 times to you on Twitter.
Gangster put, what? Don't
Cosmo.
let him win. Oh, that's terrible. Shit. Chocolate, I want to hand him his teeth on some real sheet.
Is this the first time you're reading this after showing it to you 10 times?
Well, yeah, but what's that?
Is this the first time you've actually seen this?
No.
No? Okay. You're reading it with this exaggerated incredulity of, oh, this is what they're saying.
Yeah,
of course, dude, I showed this to you the day after your debate. And these are people that you still choose to associate and never called out.
You say I've never called these out. Your claim is that I've never called these people out.
Okay, I think
do you have proof?
Viv. Yeah, that's fine. Do you have proof you've called them out?
Listen, we talk, right? What proof have I got if I walk away from here now that I've just talked to you?
So you have never not been able to talk to someone and therefore tried to DM it to them instead?
To somebody. I don't record every conversation I have with everybody.
But
I didn't ask you to record. I didn't ask you to record. But have you ever? But I know sometimes when this happens in other servers I'm in, sometimes someone can't get a hold of someone. If the person isn't in chat, the mods immediately DM them saying no, you can't do that. Have you ever done that? Have you ever used a chat to like DM chat to stop someone?
No. I'm not a mod.
It's your server.
It's
therefore
not my server. 24/7 is not my server.
Okay, we get it. It's not your server. You're just the power user who
I'm
gives
not.
$10 a month to boost the server.
I'm just a Nitro booster.
So you're paying $10 a month to be associated with these people without calling them out.
I'm paying $10 a month to give to Discord to be a Nitro, right?
For one server, right? You designate one server to be a Nitro user.
You can click, but I can be a Nitro user wherever, can't I? I can still post all my stuff. I can post it like 100 meg, is it?
But you get one. Don't you have one server that you boost?
Yeah, one server that I boost, but I've
which server do you boost?
24/7.
Which server do you?
24/7.
Okay, so you're paying $10 a month to boost a server.
No, I'm not.
To be associated with these types of people
I'm
without calling them out, because not calling out bad behavior is as bad as doing it yourself.
Who uses a Nitro account?
So wait, what do you think about this? What do you think about the statement? You not calling out bad behavior is as bad as doing it yourself. And then you not calling out
for you to keep saying that I am not calling it out when I say I do. I call it out all the time.
Okay, does 24/7 Discord, Flat Earth Discord, still stream to YouTube 24/7?
Yes, and just earlier on today, you'll probably heard me 3 or 4 times telling people they've gone too far.
Well, I don't listen to that channel. But what I'm saying is
something.
No. What I'm saying is, if there is evidence out there, it should be on one of your 24-hour streams that for you to go find to back up that you're not a hypocrite.
No, you can't just accuse me of being a hypocrite and then tell me I have to find the evidence. That's
well, if you don't want to be called a hypocrite,
Well,
provide evidence that you're not.
calling me a hypocrite. It's just you being ridiculous.
No, because
I can't help that.
Quote, October 10th, you not calling out bad behavior is as bad as doing it yourself. Evidence, death threats and physical threats during your debate on the server that you Nitro boost and you not calling anybody out. Or the mods, I should say. You and the mods. Why wouldn't the mods call out this kind of behavior? Is that the kind of server that you...
They don't even have mods there?
What's RIP?
Oh, they do. They have Nazi mods there. They are not
mods.
happy with Globe Earthers.
No, that's not
So-
the truth.
so Bev, hold up.
Not Globe
So
Earthers. There's Globe Earthers over there now.
So not only do you Nitro boost the server that allows these things. The mods literally did not say anything. The only thing that they said is chill out, let them have their 1v1. We know that
for the recording of that.
Of what? I don't need it. I saw every single chat during your entire debate. No mods called these people out on this behavior, and this is a server that you Nitro Boost.
Did you see the chat in Fight the Flat Earth the other day? Did you see that?
What? Wait, that has nothing to do with me and your claims. Let's focus on you and your claims. I told you that we'd get there in a minute, dude. You got to pay attention. So you're conceding that you're a hypocrite and that you allow that this to happen.
Did you hear me say that? Because this isn't text. This isn't Twitter now. This is actually us talking to each other.
Oh, it is? Yeah. What? Are you fucking serious?
So you can't.
Holy shit!
You can't just say that I've conceded something when I obviously haven't conceded it.
Because you're too dumb to not concede it. You're literally talking in circles. So do you or do you not call out bad behavior?
Yes,
and can you show me where you've done it?
No, I can't show you.
With this right here.
I cannot show you where I've done it because I do not record all my conversations with people.
No, but the server you're in does.
The server I'm in does. No, if you're in the live stream, it does.
And you were in the live stream, I'm assuming.
Yeah, if you're in 24/7, did you call these people out by voice?
Yes.
And it should have been recorded?
Do you always go on live stream whenever you want to talk to somebody privately?
Well, you obviously do since you're live streaming this right now.
Yeah, well, because this is different, isn't it?
No.
Social experiment, isn't it?
No, you literally just said that. Do you go on live stream when you want to talk to somebody privately? Of course.
Are we talking privately
You're the one
now?
doing that right now.
Are you doing that? Is
we
this
were.
a private conversation?
Sure it is.
What?
It's you, me, and Morgan.
Yeah, and Fight the Flat Earth.
Fight's not here.
Yeah. He's listening.
No, he's not even. He can't.
He's not in our channel. Maybe he's on your YouTube, but I can't help who's listening on your YouTube.
No.
So,
Go on.
So the mods in your server that you Nitro Boost don't even call out this bad behavior, and you're okay.
They might do it in mod channel. I don't know.
So by you giving them money,
I don't know.
by you giving money to Nitro Boost this server, you're condoning this behavior.
Do you have a problem with Discord?
No, but you choose one server to Nitro Boost, and you choose.
I don't give any money
wait
to
for
anyone.
it.
I
24/7 Flat Earth Debate 2.0, whatever the fuck it's called.
Pay Discord.
Hold on. You pay Discord for what? You choose one server.
Nitro.
Plus the other benefits, but you choose one server to Nitro Boost. And which server do you choose?
I don't know. I think you're missing the point of what a Nitro Boost is, aren't you?
You choose one server inside of your account.
Yeah,
it's
server? Like an extra. You pay
you
for
choose
Nitro
one server
to get the Nitro
inside your account,
boost
and which one is it? Why are you deflecting? Which server do you Nitro Boost?
I'm 24/7.
It's a direct question.
I've told you already.
There you go. Okay. So you're condoning this behavior by boosting that server.
No.
If you had a principled stand of not calling out hate wherever you see it, you would not choose that server to Nitro Boost.
Who should I?
No.
Which server should I boost?
If you have a problem,
is Fight the
one
Flat Earth missing a few boosts or something?
You would principally choose one.
I do choose 24/7.
That did not.
It's been a great server to me.
No.
I quite like
you would choose one on principle.
Very nice people.
That would not condone this behavior. You would choose one on principle that would not condone this kind of behavior if you have a principled stance.
What?
You're condoning it by giving the money to it. Yes, the mods not doing anything.
Not condoning it or condoning it. Which one are we doing now?
Hold on. You not calling out bad behavior is just as bad as doing it yourself. Quote, October 10th, straight thinking. Yes, so by the mods not doing anything about it, it's as bad as them doing it themselves.
How do you know the mods did nothing about it?
Because I saw the entire chat log during the entire debate.
Oh right, so you're
And
just
nobody
talking about
nobody
the chat
said,
room
"Hey
at
guys."
debate time, are you? You're not talking about all
Well,
the private
no,
messages
and I
that
heard
might
the
have
debate.
gone in between, private conversations that might have
There
happened,
was none.
all of that.
There
How
was
do you
none.
know there was none?
There was none. There was
how
none.
do you
Look,
know?
a good mod team would say, "Guys, chill out. This isn't acceptable.
I
This is
bet you
against our
don't
rules."
even know what a good mod
But they
team would be
didn't.
like, are you? Are you?
Why would I?
Are you a mod team leader?
Why would I be a mod team leader on your fucking server?
I don't. No, but didn't say our server or any server. I don't have a server. So our server or their server, my server.
I've been on mod team before too, and I know, and I know that this kind of behavior isn't acceptable if the mods are all on the same page. Obviously, some of these people are mods. Most mad, he's a mod.
Who do you have a problem with then? So what are you up?
Who do I have a problem with? Okay, I have a problem with one. Hold on, let me finish before you incredulously just jump in. So I have a problem one. I have a problem one with people doing this. Two, with mods allowing it to happen without any kind of enforcing rules. And three, I have problems with people who nitro boost this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so do you want me
Is
to?
there a problem with? Is there a problem with any three of those?
Do you want me to go and get a mod? Then you can have a conversation with them.
Why would I? I'm not the one giving money to Discord to nitro boost a server with this kind of behavior. I don't give a fuck what you guys do over there. I'm holding you to your words.
Me giving my money to Discord.
No, that was one of three of the problems. That was one of three of the problems. Were you paying the fuck attention?
Get Nitro. That's a problem for you.
Were you paying attention? That was one of three things. Were you paying attention?
Okay, I'm taking it. That's one problem.
Wait, what were the other two? Do you remember? Were you listening?
Well, no, I'm just.
What were the other two problems?
I'll get round to it.
Were you listening?
I mean, like, just the Nitro is a problem for you.
If you have the stand of not calling out bad behavior is as bad as doing it yourself, and
what has that got
you
to
saying
do with
I call out bad
Nitro?
Because you nitro boost one server. That's why. Do you not get the connection? Morgan, go ahead.
Right. So as Cosmo was saying, don't have a problem with you having nitro. That's your prerogative and your right if you want to pay the $10. I personally don't do it. I'm a cheap ass. Now the problem is, by boosting that server with the money, as he said, and then not, and I know they don't actually technically get the money.
Server with the money.
Let him finish, dude. Come on.
I just said I know they don't get the. I just said I know they don't actually get the money, but by choosing to boost that server, you increase that server's popularity thing. Anyway,
emojis. They can post more emojis. That's
basically, you're promoting the thing.
Yeah, you can post loads more emojis.
That's it. Okay.
That's terrible.
Now you know how promotion works, right? Like corporate promotion, brand naming on a team and stuff like that, right? You're aware of how that works?
Flat Earth Reality as well. They've got a fair few things. Flat Earth Debate and more.
Yeah, exactly. All possible channels you could promote that may or may not. I haven't been on them.
They've got loads of emojis. The politics channel's got loads of emojis as well.
No, dude, it's not just emojis. You're being very disingenuous right now. This is what can be unlocked for each level. So the more server boosts that they have, so the more people who are nitro boosting the server itself gets extra benefits. So 2 boosts, 10 boosts, and 20 boosts are the different levels. So you get more emoji slots, you get better audio quality. You go live streams boosted 60 FPS. So if you were doing video, custom server while invite backgrounds. So there's benefits there. Animated server icon, which you guys do have. So you must have more than 2 server boosts. There's level 2 perks and level 3 perks. So it's not just you getting extra emojis for you. And you know this. You're just being very disingenuous right now.
Like I say,
the more people
who Nitro,
boost it,
I haven't got a clue what we get.
No,
I can go live on this channel now. I can post all of the emojis from all of the other things that I'm in.
You get benefits, but the server gets benefits. So you choosing the one server to get the benefits. So if there's 10 of you who are nitro boosting, that means 10 of you are condoning everything that's going on in there. So if you have this principled stance of I call out hate when I see it, and not calling out bad behavior is as bad as doing it yourself, and yet you are allowing the server to have extra benefits for their mod team to ignore this bullshit.
I don't think you understand.
Then you are
how
condoning
good
it.
That server is. It's brilliant.
You're condoning their bad behavior.
Win.
Okay, so you're okay with the mods having this kind of behavior and not calling. Obviously, you are, since you're nitro boosting it and you're pimping it out on your YouTube right now.
Deal with it. I'll trust the mods to deal with it.
And since they haven't, and they haven't done anything,
It's not my server.
I'm sorry. Isn't one of the complaints you have against the Flat Earth Round Earth debate that you believe that we have faith in something that can't be proven?
Sorry. The Flat Earth
Well,
Round
yes, that is a
debate,
claim
what was
he's
that,
made.
though?
Okay, so basically you're having faith in the mod team, but you're not verifying it. Isn't that something you've complained about us having in the shape of the Earth?
Again, you've completely not listened to what I said, have you? You told
Okay,
me that
you have
people.
evidence of the
I've
mod
talked
team
to the
doing this then.
people. No.
Okay, so you're just acting on
then
faith.
you have faith.
Oh,
Yes.
stop it. I have faith. No, I've talked to them.
About these exact things that we're talking about. How many death threats and physical threats go on that server on a daily basis? Then this must be a regular thing that the mods allow. And hell, the mods are even participating right there. I think Chocolate's a mod. Most Mad is definitely
He's
a mod.
now. I don't think he was then.
But Most Mad has been a mod for a long time. Yes.
I don't even know who that is. Does he keep changing his name? Because
The Mad Philosopher.
No, he's not.
He's
I've
got the
never seen him
mushrooms.
for a while.
Yes, he is a fucking mod over there. Don't lie.
No, I'd say I don't know. I don't listen.
He's okay with this. How many mods were in this chat? Let me count. Let's see.
It's 24/7.
Most Mad was in there.
Right.
Let's
I
see.
don't
Effie
know
Jedi
everyone.
was in there. Let's see.
People run
Indio was in
different
there.
shifts. I'm not.
Hold
there
on.
all the
Indio
time.
was in there.
I've never talked to Indio really. Other
No,
than
I don't
like
care
a
if
hey
you've
or
talked to
hi or
him.
whatever.
All of these mods were in this server at the
Do you want
time
me to
that
go
these
and
physical
get
and death
them?
threats.
Then you can talk to them.
No, I'm just pointing
Don't
out your
bother talking to
hypocrisy.
me. Don't bother talking
No,
to
I'm
me.
just pointing out your hypocrisy, man,
It's
and
not
it's
hypocrisy.
glaring. There's no hypocrisy.
No, there isn't.
I call out
I'm
I
just
call
a
out hate when
normal
I see
dude.
it. Doesn't call out hate.
I'm a normal.
Not calling
dude
out bad
that goes
behavior
to a
is as bad as
server.
doing it yourself, says the guy who nitro boosts the server where the mod team is okay with physical and death threats. So obviously those two things are incompatible. So stop saying that you call out bad behavior as long as you're not doing as you're doing it yourself. And stop saying that you call out bad behavior when you see it when you obviously don't.
What do you mean? You can say obviously. How can you say
Obviously.
obviously?
Because you have no proof of you doing it. I've never seen you step in and say, "Guys, you're being you're being ridiculous."
You've
Or
already admitted
physical
you don't
and
ever
death threats
listen
are
to
bad,
the
guys.
server.
We are listening to you. You have stated that you could do it in voice. Okay, good. Go back through the voice log because it is recorded in
listen,
YouTube
no,
and find the point where you've done it.
No, you're going wrong again there. There's
Not
only,
really.
There's only 2 live stream channels in there.
Okay.
Like,
And that's where it
how
happened.
many voice channels are there, do you reckon?
Two main ones.
Well, there's 2 live stream channels, yes. Do you think I'm in them? I've not
Then
really
where are
been
you
in the
calling
live
out this
streams
hate wherever you see it?
when I talk
Where
to
are
the
you doing?
people.
Where are you white knighting this crusade? Your
DC
your
checking
social
up and
justice
in there?
warrior crusade.
What?
I mean,
basically
if you're
not-
calling out hate wherever you see it, you're obviously on this crusade
I
to
know.
stamp out hate,
Well,
and
you think there's a
we
lot
want to
of
see
hate.
that
Do you
the
see
receipts.
a lot of hate in your life? I don't really see a lot of hate in my life.
I see a lot right here with physical and death threats, which I'm not cool with. Obviously, you're cool with it.
You keep
because
showing-
you
How long have you shown? I think you've shown me that picture at least 20 times in the last few days.
and yet you do nothing about it. It's so strange.
I'd already talked to
It's
the
so
people
strange.
beforehand.
Wow.
Already
No,
told
you
you
didn't.
Pumpkin's disappeared. Not talked
No,
to
you
Pumpkin
didn't.
for quite a while. that don't really talk
You
to
didn't.
half
You didn't
of
talk
these
to these
people.
people. You didn't talk to any
I
of these
said I
people.
don't talk to half of these people, but
So
the
where
people
did
I
you
do
call out
talk
this
to-
hate? Where did you call out this hate right here that I'm showing you right here? This is blatant just receipts of hate that you have not called out. So you can't claim that you've called out hate wherever you see
Have you
it.
called them?
That's not my claim. My
You
claim
just
is
take
not
the
that I
picture
call out
and
hate
go
wherever
after
I see it.
everybody else, do you?
What am I supposed to do on a server that I'm banned? Go in and I'm supposed to message each one of these people and say,
I can
death threats are bad,
I've already
okay?
said to you, I can go and get one of these mods now if you want me to. I'll go and find one. Bring them over here.
Why?
You can have this
What would be the
conversation
point?
about hypocrisy with them.
No, it's hypocrisy with you and your claims, and this is the evidence.
Because I haven't got a proof of private conversations that I have with people about things. That's your proof.
So you
that
don't
I'm-
call out hate, is what you're saying.
I do not have
I'm
a
just-
big
I'm just
massive
asking
speaker
if that's what you're saying.
where I shout at hate every time I ever see it. No, I don't like purposely go out looking for hate so I can call it out. I don't do that either.
So if I was giving $10 a month to Discord to Nitro Boost one server,
No,
and
it's
somebody
not, I'm
showed
not
me,
giving
no, listen,
$10
no, listen
to
up,
Discord
listen.
just to Nitro Boost one
I
server.
no, okay,
So you
we've
would
gone over
not-
that. You just circle jerk over there. We already went over that. You give $10 a month to Discord
Yeah.
for other benefits and to Nitro Boost a server.
I've got
So
like a
if
YouTube
I was that
Premium as
person,
well. Do you want
if I was that person, you shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, dude. Jesus Christ.
I've got
If I
YouTube
was giving
Premium
$10 a
and
month,
like me brother and me. And
I guess
missus
you
and
can't
all
shut
that,
up.
5
Okay.
4 people.
So if I was giving $10 a month to Discord for other benefits
I'm not
and to Nitro
giving-
Burst to boost a server, and somebody showed me this
Paying
on my
Discord
favorite server.
for Nitro.
You're not listening, dude. What the fuck? If I gave $10 of my own money to Nitro Boost a server that I'm in love with,
Well, why are you doing that?
and that I'm on all day long,
Well,
and somebody showed me
Fight the
this,
Flat Earth server.
dick face, will you shut up? Are you serious?
I
Just be quiet for like
Nitro
1 minute.
from Discord.
Dude, you do not listen for shit. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. If I gave my own money to Discord for Nitro Boost, which gives me other benefits and lets me select one server that benefits as well. This is my favorite server in the world. Now somebody shows me where there's physical and death threats and the mod team does nothing. I would be very upset and I would go straight to the mod team and say, this is not what we're about. This is not how we should represent ourselves. I call out hate wherever I see it. And by you guys not calling out bad behavior, it's just as bad as you doing it yourself. That would be a principled stand. That would be the right thing to do.
You can talk now.
Did you get that, Bev?
I heard it, yeah.
And what's your response to that?
That's very noble of you.
All right. So I'm better than you. Good. Now I guess we can move on since you have nothing else to say about that, because you know that that's not what you did. You know this. You know the mods over there.
I know what I did. Yeah. Fine.
No. You know the mods
Let's
over
move
there.
on. I know what I did, and you've just told me what you would have done.
No, that's what somebody who says that they call out hate wherever they see it. That's what that person would have done.
Not what
and
you'd
yet
have done.
you did not do that.
So you wouldn't have.
No,
done that
that's.
then.
I'm saying if this was my favorite server and I was giving $10 a month to Nitro Boost it, I would absolutely call this shit out, because physical and death threats and these people representing, whether it's my worldview, my cause, flat Earth, globe Earth, this religion, no religion, it doesn't matter. If I'm connected with that server and I see that the mods let this happen, I would be really fucking pissed off, because this is not who I am. And physical and death threats are not acceptable no matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter. This is bullshit, and you know it. Or are you okay with physical and death threats? Because just let me know, and then we can move.
Actually, can I ask a question here? You
Sure.
mentioned earlier Bev is live streaming this.
He is, as far as I know.
In that case, I should probably put a disclaimer on. I'm on this in my gaming account, and I'm pretty sure my gaming org would not appreciate me assigning them with such a controversial topic. So my views here do not represent anything to do with the New Frontier Initiative. It is the gaming org, blah blah blah. I'm non-political bullshit. Okay, we can move on now.
All right. No worries. Now you would think that, I mean, obviously Bev's okay with this. The mods are okay with this. Most people who are in that FE Initiative chat are okay with this.
And then follow up with something that I'm okay with without checking with me.
Well, no, hold on.
Everything that I just said.
I directly asked you just 1 minute ago. Are you okay with physical and death threats
on this server?
You
asked me a long time ago whether I called them out for this, and I said yes, I did.
You have zero proof of that.
Yeah, you're right. Also,
so it's just your word.
Yeah.
So you're not okay with physical and death.
I don't know. You've only told me your word as well on things. So what can we call, call that if we're not?
I don't know. I don't know why you're dancing around it. Are you okay with physical and death threats on your server?
No,
on the server that you
love?
Server.
I'm not okay.
I know
with
it's not your
hate
fucking server.
being shown
Jesus Christ.
Anywhere at any time.
So did you talk to the mods, including the mod who's involved in the screenshot?
To as many people as I saw and could see, because it's a 24/7 server.
During this, I mean, like after this debate about these specific things?
After this debate, what do you think I was doing after this debate? I was gobsmacked after that debate. It's like he bent a straight line. Oh my god!
No. We're not talking about
these people.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about you and your hypocrisy.
I was like right after this debate. I was absolutely going. Whew,
okay,
took me about
so you
a
didn't
week.
call out the hate. You didn't call out hate after the debate. Got it.
Yes, I
Perfect.
did. It's like, guys, stop it. I told them beforehand to not do that sort of stuff.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
That's bullshit.
I went.
No.
I even gave out Fight the Flat Earth Discord channel the other day, and I said, "Listen, guys, do not go over there and act like they do to us. Please be respectful. Be nice."
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Do you have receipts of this? Do you have proof of
I don't know
this?
whether it was in the live stream. It might have been. I can, like I say, I can get a mod over here if you want me to.
So isn't it interesting? So let's just say that thing is true. You did say don't go over there and do this.
Yeah,
let's just say that that's true.
Nice.
I'll give you that.
We don't need it.
I'll give you that. So why would you say that, but then be okay with these physical and death threats on the screen?
Okay, I've just told you.
You just said that you did not call them out after the debate on their words. You just said that.
If I've not seen them, I don't even know if I've ever seen half of these people since.
So obviously, since I've shown you this thing about 30 times now, let's just say, you're still condoning it because by not calling out bad behavior, it's as bad as doing it yourself.
Condoning any of this in any
Do you stand
way
by
at all?
So, okay, you don't condone it, but by not calling out bad behavior, it's as bad as doing it yourself.
Who
October 10th.
Told you that I have not called anything out.
You just did. You just said after this debate, you were gobsmacked because of blendy lines. You didn't say that you said... Guys, physical and death threats
I didn't go around every one of these straight after the debate and say, "Oh my God, Cosmo's put this thing on. I'm going to have to go and have a talk to these people and organise this."
You would if you had any kind of principles. Okay, you didn't.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we can confirm that you're a hypocrite.
No, I said I didn't go round all of these people and organise dates and times and all of that.
Did you talk to the mods?
I talked to them.
Did you talk to the mods
before and after, and I've talked to them since.
What'd you say to the mods after this debate about physical and death threats?
Do not give them any ammo to fire back at us. Otherwise, I'll have to end up having conversations with Muppets like you all the time. And it's not me.
Okay. Interesting. So
Is it?
your motivation was that you didn't want to have this conversation, not that it's not the right thing to do. So you're okay with this, you just don't want to have to answer for it.
You just did
No,
this,
I did
man,
not
so,
say
yeah.
I'm okay with
You
this.
just did.
No, I didn't say I'm okay with this. Look, I'm saying now, I am not okay with this type of behaviour. Right? I call it out
this is what you should do.
Constantly.
This is what you should do.
I had a word with them and told them not to go out to people like you and fight the flat earth and all of that and give it all of that, death threats and all of that. I've personally never seen anybody send a death threat.
You guys, you don't see this on your screen here. That this is okay behavior and FA initiative.
It's a young girl that lives in
to
America
go ahead.
talking to an old guy that lives in Scotland. How serious do you think that is?
I have no idea how serious it is. This behavior is not acceptable, no matter what.
Flat Earth to send like disclaimer notices out to Discord to get it shut down, the server.
Well, yeah, I reported. I reported all of these.
Yeah.
I reported all of these. Every single one. I have every single message
You
ID.
do it every day.
Oh, I have every single message ID, and I have reported this to Discord.
How many times?
Just once. Why do I need to do it more than once?
Fight the Flat Earth said.
Plus, I'm not on the receiving end. Well, I'm not on the receiving end of these physical and death threats. So I just reported it as seeing bad behavior. Yeah. If you cared about calling out hate, you would either talk to the mods, report these yourself, or stop nitro boosting the server.
No.
Because by not calling out bad behavior, it's as bad as you doing it yourself.
You can't dictate this sort of stuff. Sorry.
What are you doing about it?
I'll do what
are you doing about this hate on your own server in your own home?
What I am going to do about it.
What are you going to do?
Thank you very much.
Tell me what you're going to do about it. Tell me what you're
going to do now. We're moving on from that now. What are you
I reported
it.
I reported this. I reported these.
You got banned, suspended, account locked on Twitter, didn't you?
So?
Well, so
who cares?
You're not.
I don't care about Twitter or my account.
Anybody?
I don't nitro boost my server account.
Your name.
I don't give Twitter
people,
my number.
Couldn't it? Your name could be on that. You could be one of them people with them sort of comments.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about that you doxed me? Is that what you're saying?
Doxed you?
Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that you doxed me? No, are you saying? You literally just said my name could be associated with it.
No, your name is one of the ones that writes them sort of comments. You're one of them people that gets banned from things before writing these type of comments.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Physical and death threats? No way. Show me where I've physically or threatened somebody or threatened their person with a death threat. Please show me that. Please do.
Calling
physical threats?
Services?
Physical threats? I called social services? Please tell me where I called social services.
You were saying about.
I called them?
No, you said.
I called them?
People should have social services called on them. Didn't you?
When did I say that? I didn't say that.
Did you not?
I did not.
Oh.
You can show me the receipts. Please show me the proof of your claims.
With what I've got.
You work with what you got, which is
you and Fight the Flat Earth were doing a child abuse stuff the other day. Definitely, weren't you? In Fight the Flat Earth server.
Is it my personal opinion?
You go and get through the chat logs the other day.
Oh yeah. Is it my personal opinion that teaching a kid knowingly wrongful information is mental child abuse? Yes.
Right. So what is?
And I've never strayed from that. I've never strayed from that.
What do you know that I've told my son?
What I know is what you've told us that you've told him.
Yeah. Which is?
The entire thing started 4 months ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
With you saying that water was level, therefore
It
the
is.
Earth is level.
No. I said water is level. And I said level is a horizontal line.
Not then.
And then I said
Nope.
it's straight.
Nope. That wasn't. That wasn't.
Yes, it is.
That wasn't the original claim. You've changed it over time
No,
to be
it's
more
not.
generic.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I showed you in a tweet yesterday that was not the original.
It's just simplified.
content.
It's gone right down into that narrow band now. Got it even more simpler. That it can
Well, I'm
all
glad.
Be, all
I'm
be done in
glad
like
that we
1
found
minute.
out. I'm glad we found out that your hypocritical beliefs right on your YouTube. Everyone can see that you actually don't call out the hate that you see on your own server.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I'm very happy about that.
Say, on my own
very
server,
excited.
not my own server.
Can I ask a question? Bev, level. Where are you getting your definition of level from?
The dictionary.
This is the same dictionary that says level can bend? Because
Go on. I will. Please show me where it says bend. Because it's the one Merriam-Webster, and go down to like section 3. You'll have to go past about 18 descriptions of thingy to find the one you want.
All right.
You have to cherry pick the one that you want, Bev.
No. You have to pass about 18 and 20, and to find the one that you want to get.
Okay. Now you said the Merriam and Webster, right?
Well, I think that's the one that you want to find. But I mean, you can
now that is
find
indeed
another
the one
one
you
if you want.
posted, entry 3 of 3. Now,
this is
if we're looking at it as
favourite
now,
one. We've done this.
Wait, why is that dictionary not okay?
Well, no,
what's wrong with that dictionary?
One, because like what you're saying is like, how many did you have to pass along the way down there to find that one?
Because the other two was a noun, which yes, is a builder's level.
Yeah, well, that's the level we're talking about, actually.
A builder's level? No, that's not the one we're talking
level,
about.
The tool.
Continue, Morgan, please.
For surveying.
Oh yes, okay. And we've already shown you how that can get a flat surface on a round object. Remember the basketball, which you still haven't provided us a photo.
Stop it. That's the first one, isn't it? The whole first.
Yes,
section
the noun,
that
the one that you just said we're talking about.
Go on.
Yeah, that's the noun. That's exactly the one you said we're talking about.
Give us your description.
Wait, Bev, do you know what a noun is?
Oh, come on. Give us your description.
What's a noun?
No, yeah, what is a noun?
Dudes, this is level. Don't start your silly tactics.
No.
You want to discuss level.
No,
yes.
Right.
What is a noun?
So you've listen.
If it's
already
so easy,
gone past
so easy.
The tool.
No, we haven't gone past it.
You've gone past that. As you've looked down that description, you've gone past the one that means the tool, the actual level that we're talking about, the one that determines a horizontal line that surveyors use.
Check. Chat. Check chat.
That one.
Okay. Yes. Now, let me show you something quite interesting. Sorry, I didn't actually just keep googling this. Getting all these round levels.
I don't think we established what a noun is.
Oh,
let me get back to
true.
that.
Oh, come on! It's a word, isn't it? Come on.
A noun as a word. Let's try that again. What is a noun?
Do you like that one? Level. Be honest.
What's a noun?
Be above board. Be frank.
A noun is a be above board. Yeah. Bev, what is a noun?
What are we doing? We're doing level, aren't we?
Yeah. What is a noun? I need to know what a noun is.
Why? Why do you need to know what a noun is? Do you not know?
Well, we firstly we need to know that you know what a noun is, and this is
exactly.
This is like one of your angles with a 1-1-1 triangle thing. You know, so
it kind of is because I'm not confident that you know what it is.
You should just leave it alone, then, shouldn't you?
Why would we leave it alone if you're basing your definition on a noun, and we just want to know if you know what a noun is?
I'm trying to do all the different. See there. Level.
I don't need definition right now. I need the definition of a noun.
We're doing level.
Can
We're
you
not doing
can you
noun,
show
are
me
we?
the definition of a
nobody's having-
noun?
Nobody's having a description of noun, are we? Or discussion about noun.
Can we? Well, I need to know if what you're talking about is the same thing as what we're
It's
talking
the
about.
level I'm showing you. Can you see?
Okay, yeah.
I'm-
We know
I'm
what a level
posting all
is.
of this
We know,
stuff.
we know.
I know what the noun level is.
You're asking me.
Yeah.
Like, does the noun bend?
Right. So we're establishing you don't know what a noun, verb, or adverb is.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's right. Adjective.
Like, let's say I haven't got a clue.
Well, clearly you don't, because you haven't told us. You
Brilliant.
could have spent all this time telling us that they're idiots, and spent 10 seconds telling us what a noun is.
Yeah, could have done.
You
So
could
you're
have,
more
but you
into
don't.
avoiding telling us what a noun is than actually telling us what a noun is.
Yeah.
All right, so you're dishonest.
Exactly
You're just being dishonest at this point.
We're just sort of going through level descriptions, aren't we?
Which isn't what we asked.
We are,
yes,
because that's why we get into level, and then
Well,
you
we're
just
trying to-
divert
we're
it
trying
into
to-
noun.
We're trying to establish a baseline of information.
Okay.
Something we can both agree on.
We can agree on level being a
No,
horizontal.
right now, we're trying to agree on which definition of level we're using.
Right, we're not
So if
using
you-
the
if
level
you say you're using the
like
noun
a
level-
computer game level. We're not using that level.
No.
We're not using
No, I know.
level-headed as a level. No, we're not using that. We're using the level.
What's the difference
that
between those
surveyors
words?
use, because that's
Okay,
what
okay.
we're concerned about, is the land, isn't it? And the
Actually,
actual level
I want
of
to point
the
out that the
water
video game does fall
level.
under.
Bev, shut
Okay.
the fuck up for 2 seconds.
I wanna-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's hard work, isn't it?
Hard work talking to a disingenuous asshole? Absolutely.
I'm just talking about level.
Let Morgan.
Now, where is this here? Surface of equal height, being of the same height as something else, equal to or even width. Now you're saying that the builder's level is flat. This is correct.
No,
And therefore
I'm saying,
the
no,
word
no,
is
no.
flat.
I'm saying the builder's level is a straight object. It is a tool for establishing a horizontal line.
Yes. So you're confusing a noun
I'm not
with
confusing
all the
anything.
other
You
versions.
just asked me what it is. I said it's
Yeah.
a level.
I know.
So wait,
so
is-
you're trying to apply the word the noun level to the verb and adverb variants. This is like me trying to use the ring of a boxer's ring, which is square, to a ring of a finger, which is round.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Or,
No.
Okay. So by your definition, a boxer's ring and a jeweler's ring should be the same thing.
Right. well, So which level are you talking about then? Which level would you use in order to determine water level?
I'd say it depends. I'd say it depends on the context.
Water level.
Oh, that one's easy. That would be adjective level 3, being of the same height as something else. You just posted it about 2 minutes ago.
Height as something else. Well, like as the water itself, the same height as the water.
Yes, the water being, as
Being
you
the
say,
same
tending
height
to,
as
tending
itself.
to find.
Yes.
Yeah, so all the water would be of that height, give or take an average.
Yeah.
Because like we agreed
All
on Twitter,
at exactly
it's
the
of a-
same height, wouldn't it?
No, it
Well,
wouldn't.
average height.
That's a level, isn't it? That's what a level would do. A water level.
Is this just like a pedantic?
I think it is.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, I think it's
pedantic.
this. I think it's part of his social experiment. So
Hmm.
you're either a Poe who's doing the social experiment, just trying to be just going absurd levels of pedantic, of just saying, I'm saying level, and I'm just talking about the noun level, something that you would use to
What else would you
to
use
straight.
for surveying?
What
I don't know.
what
Now,
does that
you
have to
put down-
do with the shape of the Earth?
Because it's level. It's horizontal.
What is?
Now you already.
A level.
Now you already posted. Now your argument is that you can't find a flat Earth on a round surface. This is correct, or flat surface on a round Earth. Is that
no,
correct?
my argument is quite simple. That it is that level is a horizontal plane. That's it.
Do you know how to use
is
nouns
a
in
horizontal
sentence structure?
plane.
Do you know how to use nouns in a sentence structure? Because that's not how you would use a noun in that sentence.
There's two different ways, right? A level, tool, level,
Okay,
can establish a line, horizontal line, which can be classed as level. So the horizontal line can also be called a level. But initially, it was the tool that established the horizontal line that was called a level. People then
Which one are you
later
talking about?
generated the line to call level. Well, either the tool or the line, or the horizontal line. Because that's what a level is. A horizontal line. A water level is a horizontal line. A laser level will establish a horizontal line.
What does this have to do with
Theodolite
the shape of the Earth?
will establish a horizontal line. I don't know.
Connect,
You guys freak out
connect the
about
two.
it. That's what's funny
No.
about it.
No, I want you to connect the two so that I can get past.
No.
At this point, just assuming that you're a Poe.
Cosmo.
You're
Oh,
doing
go ahead.
that.
I think I have something for this. Just a second. Give me 5 seconds. Look at.
You're the one that's connecting it. It works fine for me. Everything works fine. Water is level. Brilliant. No problems. No contradictions. No nothing.
What does that have to do with the shape of the Earth? Can you connect those two?
There's 70% water, is it? 70% of it's like horizontal. That's a bit. It's got to
Okay,
be
here's
a
a
bit
question.
trouble in that.
I'm posting a picture in general. Would you say this is flat, or as you would say level?
Well, no. Flat and level aren't the same things, are they?
Ah.
There you go.
If something is level, then it is flat, right? But if something
now
is
you're just using round
flat,
circle.
doesn't
Level is not
necessarily
flat.
mean
If
it's
something
flat.
is level, it is flat.
What?
Yeah, it's
Level
all
is flat,
semantics
of course
game
it
at
is.
this point.
It's a horizontal
no.
plane.
That's circular reasoning.
No, it's not
Okay,
circular
so
reasoning.
that is a horizontal.
It is circular reasoning.
It is circular reasoning.
Have you ever used a theodolite or a laser level or anything like that?
Yes.
Sure.
Right,
Sure.
so-
Yeah, last time I did my house up.
If you,
But it wasn't-
if you
but it wasn't
lay and lay-
horizontal.
yeah, it should be. If it's a
But
level,
it's a tool. It's just a tool. I could set a laser level to be a 45-degree angle. I could set it to be a 90-degree
but it
angle.
wouldn't be level.
I
though,
could
would
set
it?
it to be.
It would be 45 degrees. It wouldn't be.
But it's a
level.
laser level.
Yeah,
It's a
right.
laser level. Level is right in the name, so everything that it does is level.
Builder's
Semantics.
level,
Semantics.
you can wave
Come
a
on.
builder's level
Let's just talk
around, can't ya?
nouns. Let's just throw
It's
nouns
only-
around.
It's only level when
No.
that bubble.
It's level by definition. No, it's level by definition because I use the laser
that's
level.
not- no,
Therefore,
that's-
it's level.
No.
That is
laser
That is your
level.
entire argument right there.
Laser
that's
level.
That is your entire argument
No.
right there.
Your entire argument is
No,
misunderstanding.
that's the whole thing.
What
No,
a
I got it
level
now.
is.
I got it now. No, it's cool. I got it. I understand now.
Yeah. Do you? A surveyor
Yeah. So
walks up.
so
and he gets
my
his
laser level.
And he
No,
levels
no.
it,
My
puts
laser
it on the
level I set to a
horizontal.
45-degree
Now,
angle.
why would you do that?
And then I
You're
draw
not
that
surveying
lane.
land, are you?
I draw that line.
Where?
No, it's a laser level.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
In your house, but
The
you're not
word
using,
level
you're
is
not
in the
using
name.
it.
Therefore,
You're not using it to survey the land, are you?
go ahead, Morgan.
Okay, so you're saying that that a level is a tool and must be straight, correct?
No. You just.
So a level does not have to be straight now.
Oh, cool. This is awesome. And on YouTube.
Which
Keep going.
level are you talking about?
Well, you're saying that a builder's level
Yes.
is straight. Therefore, any line it does is straight.
Yes.
Or horizontal.
So what? Or horizontal.
No.
What
You
if
would,
the-
you
what
would
if the-
have to put the bubble in the middle in order to turn it into a horizontal, wouldn't you? To make it level.
Well, what if it's one of those
This
45-degree angle
Well,
bubbles?
then it wouldn't be. It'd
Yeah,
be 45 degrees. Stop being stupid.
Oh, but
it's
builder's
still called,
level
It's still called
did it.
level. Yeah, that's still called a builder's level.
Yeah, it's
And
still
then there's-
called a builder's level. Yes.
Which
And the
which
bubble
is your
was in the middle.
Which is your argument? Yes,
No,
which is your argument.
It isn't my argument that a builder's
Yes, it is.
level is a level.
You
No.
just said that, dude.
You just
Come
said
on.
that.
Oh, come on.
You just
Bro.
said that 30 seconds ago.
Okay.
Do you even remember what you said like a minute ago?
Do you know
because I'm
how
starting
to
to
do
wonder.
land surveying?
Let's
do
say
you,
I
do you
let's
know
say
how
I
to-
don't, and I put the builder's level on the ground.
You
Does that
wouldn't.
count?
You wouldn't do that with a surveyor if you
Oh, then why the
get
fuck are we
sacked.
talking about builder's level?
Because
What is
you
going on
decided
here?
to go on a builder's level. We were talking laser level. You were talking laser level.
No,
and
no,
then
you
did
said
45
level,
degrees.
the noun.
You said level, then you specify. Then you
Is a laser level a level?
Builder level and laser level.
Is a laser level a level?
Is a builder's level a level?
Theodolite can do a level as well, can't it? It's like an optical.
Well,
one.
maybe you should be more
And a
specific
laser level.
with the
And
shit
a
that you're talking about.
Water level.
Do you use a water level to build houses?
They can do, yeah. It's better sometimes because they can go around corners with the water level.
Interesting.
You can't go around corners.
You can
with
go around. So you could actually make like a curved surface.
No, it
with a
goes-
water level.
Do you not know how water level works?
It has level in the name, therefore everything it touches must be level. Which is
you-
your
you
argument.
just said that.
No, it's not my
You
argument.
just said
no.
that. Cosmonaut, can you give me
You
the link
haven't
to
got
his
a clue about surveying, have you?
Hold on. What was that again, Morgan?
Can you give me a link to his YouTube stream? I'm going back.
Going back to what? Are you going to go and clip a
What-
bit where I said something about you, where you tried to confuse me with which
We just
level
make
we
you
talking
choke
about?
on your own
Level's a
words.
Level and it's not level and
Yeah.
level's not level,
Yeah,
and,
just
but
give
that's
it to me,
level's
Cos.
not a
Give me-
level. But that you, well, which level you talking about? Because a level can be a level, but a level doesn't have to be level until it's level.
So you're saying you're saying the meaning of the name changes, so meaning of the word changes depending on its usage.
Depending on its usage. What do you mean?
Okay,
that was pretty.
If I was
a builder's level, right? A bubble level,
Mm-hmm.
spirit level is a level. Yes, that is a tool for establishing
Yes.
a level or a horizontal line, right? But it is only horizontal line level when the bubble's in the middle.
So on that 45-degree angle with the bubble, and the bubble's in the middle, that's okay too.
There's no
Got it.
45-degree angle on my level.
So, but
Builders'
so what you're
levels
saying
don't
is
have
that the
45
level
degrees on
does
them.
not make a level line if it's at 45 degrees.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Absolutely correct.
Okay. Firstly, yes, builders levels do have 45 degrees. I've got one in my garage.
Mine hasn't.
Oh, just because yours hasn't mean it must not exist, right?
No, but builders
Jesus
don't
fucking
deal
Christ.
with 45 degrees, unfortunately.
Never? Really?
Well,
Are
not,
you serious
not,
right now?
Not ever, but not enough to have it on their level. Because you're talking builders, and like when you say builders, you mean brickies, don't you? Because like a carpenter's level is slightly different. Like a builder's level is a big chunky thing, a proper level. It's a man's level. A builder's level.
Are you serious right now, dude?
Well,
Come on, man.
How much do you know
Can
about
you
levels?
hold on? Just tell you can turn off your stream for this, and Morgan and I won't say anything. Are you
I'm just gonna
fucking
diff
serious
myself.
right now?
About a level? Yeah, deadly serious.
No, all that shit that you just said about being a manly level, a big chunky level.
builder's- a
Nobody else
builder's
uses
level
a
is.
level like this level. Oh,
Like a builder's level has to be the brickies. It gets thrown about all over the place. It has to be strong. A builder's level. I'm just making sure that you understand which level
No,
we're talking about. We're not just
no,
talking about 4 foot level. A builder's
Okay,
level.
I think I think you're fucking around at this point.
All right, clear it, Cosmo.
This is
Okay.
hilarious. Go ahead.
This is directly from your stream. A water level will establish a horizontal line.
Yeah.
That was exactly from your stream. Timestamp was about 6 minutes ago.
You'll not get me arguing with that. A
60
builder's
minutes
level, water level will establish a horizontal line. Yes.
So here's the thing, though. Actually, fuck, I forgot the wrong quote. Excuse me. I'm an idiot.
Oh, has he gone quiet? I'm going to talk about how
I think he's looking
how
looking
you
for
think
something
I'm a
there.
child abuser. Are you gonna?
We were talking
Wanna
about
fill
level.
in
I
the
don't know
gap
why
with
you're
that?
jumping
Yeah,
around
well,
here.
no, he's gone
So
quiet.
is the yellow level in that picture? Is that your level?
Which the one with the globe underneath?
No, the one in the picture that you just posted like four posts ago. It's yellow, has a bunch of
Yeah, that's mine.
flat Earth stickers on it.
Yep, that's mine.
And that's something that you seriously own with a bunch of flat Earth stickers on it.
Yep.
All right, next question. What does your wife feel about you being a flat earther?
She probably feels that you shouldn't be asking me that.
It's just a question. I don't. Is she positive about it? Negative? Ambivalent? What?
She loves me. I don't know. I wouldn't care what she
You
thinks.
don't know? You don't know what she thinks?
Well, no.
That seems like that's a very strange.
She thinks. How do you know what other people think?
Because you're married to her, you would think that she would have some kind of opinion about your biggest hobby.
How many people do you think you know what they think? I bet there's quite
My-
a few in there.
No.
bet you think
So
you
my
know what I
wife,
think.
my wife probably has an opinion about a hobby of mine or where I spend a lot of my time, maybe online. She would absolutely have an opinion about it, and since I'm married to her, I should know at least some inkling about what her opinion is. I'm not saying I read minds or that you should read minds. I'm just
What I
asking.
miss. Couldn't read minds, could I?
That wasn't the question. What does your wife think about
I
you
don't know.
believing
Like
the
I
Earth
say,
is
like,
flat?
do you know who you're dealing with here?
Yes.
I'm starting to think. Yeah, I do. So again, what does your wife think about you spending all your
I'm
time
telling you,
online
I
talking about the flat?
Know what other people think.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
What does your wife
Ask
say
them.
to you
Ask
about
her.
you being a flat earther?
She's in bed at the minute.
Yeah, bring her on.
No,
bring
she's
her
in
on.
bed.
I want to talk to Miss Bev.
You can't.
I have so many
She
questions
is
for Miss Bev.
disabled and in bed.
So you can't bring her on, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Can you wake
Why
her
don't you
up?
tell us to talk to her?
Yeah, talk to her.
Oh, give her.
Oh wait, you can't talk to her.
Bad to you.
You can't talk to her. Hey, so she has no opinion about your biggest hobby.
I don't know.
She has no opinion.
I'm not going to speak for anybody else.
Okay.
How's that?
Moving on from other people's opinion. Can you address this video?
I'm not watching a video here now.
I'm not watching a video. I'm not watching nothing.
You can skip through it if you want. I can tell you the exact relevant timestamp if you want to just skip straight to that part.
No, I'm not bothered watching a video because I could put up another video and you wouldn't bother watching that one. So it's a pointless exercise putting videos out.
I'd watch it.
We're not.
I would watch it.
No, well, I'll watch it later, but I'm
All
not
right.
watching it now.
Okay, I will post an image from the video of the relevant portion.
Okay.
This is straight from the video.
Mm-hmm.
That image.
Are you gonna try and say horizontal?
No, I'm just showing you. I'm just showing you the actual curve of the Earth captured on camera by a flat earther. I might want to point out.
Yeah, somebody did this the other day. You're all right. It's already been done.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Can you address it? Can you
Actual
account
flat
for that curve
earther.
in your model?
I don't know. There looks like there's a curve there, but it could be camera. I don't know. Could be lens. I don't know.
Camera distortion. It
Lens
would look
distortion.
like this.
Not got a clue.
What's that on the
Could be
right?
anything. Could
What's
be
that to the far right?
After Effects. Could be anything. What has this got to
What's-
do with
what-
the
what-
horizontal? By the way.
What's that on the far right? So you have the
Discussing
picture,
level. Is there anything level there?
and then you have the greenish part. So you have the
that-
picture
that's-
itself,
that's the same
and then
picture
you have the
compressed down.
greenish part. That's what I'm trying to get at. Do you know what that is? So in that picture, you have the big picture, and then on the right, you have a smaller greenish section that's sliced there on the right.
Is either of them horizontal?
No. This
or
is what it looks
level?
like on a
Is that
on
a
a
level
camera.
there? Is it that
You
thing
know
on
what?
the left? Is that a level?
My bricky level isn't big enough to go across this whole span, and only bricky levels are good enough for men. So
Who said that? No, I think Fight the Flat Earth said that only spirit levels are level, didn't he?
I don't know. Am
Do
I
you-
Fight the Flat Earth?
Do you go with that though?
Why?
Because the other ones. I know,
why are you
notice-
appealing to other
notice
people?
you're getting
Why are
rid
you
of the
appealing to other
optical
people?
level and
Why are you
the
appealing to
laser
other
level.
people?
I'm asking
Why
you
are
now.
you appealing
I'm
to other
asking you
people?
now. I'm asking you now.
How do I know what other people think? How do I know what their opinions
Let me
are?
finish the question. I'm asking you.
How do I know their opinion?
Do a laser level and an optical level not count as levels to you?
They have level in the word, therefore everything's level that they touch.
Horizontal. Would they?
No, because
establish
they
a
have 45-degree levels.
See, now you're mistaking horizontal and level as the same thing.
No,
That's
that,
different.
no. Listen,
Of course
I
he
told
is.
you a tool for establishing a horizontal line, a level. So is a laser level a tool for establishing a horizontal line?
Well, it could be used for establishing a vertical line. A laser level is a tool.
No,
a
you're
laser
thinking
level
of
is a
little
tool for
house
establishing a straight
laser
line.
level. Yeah, we're not talking about them. We're talking about land surveyors, laser levels.
Have you ever spoken to a land surveyor?
No, of course not.
That's too bad. You should really find one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some at my university when I went there. They were nice people.
Yeah, there was.
Maybe there's some. Maybe there's some around
was
you.
some at my
You can
college when I was
crash
there
one of
as
their
well.
meetings. Yeah, we saw your college thing. It was kind of
Yeah, the building construction one.
the one that the one for 17-year-olds that you got at 22. That one.
Yeah, that was the course. Yeah.
Why did you get it so late? Why
Because
didn't you get it when you were in
because
high school?
I went to do a trade, didn't I? I got my trade first. Got me carpentry and joinery advanced craft.
And then what?
And then I went to go and do that course.
Okay, so you did the course. I could do a course in anything, but that doesn't make me. Did you work as a land surveyor? And if so, for how long?
We did.
And
land
for what
surveying,
company? And what did you
we
survey?
used levels.
No, did you?
And we did.
Did you
all
work?
the training, and we did all of the.
Did you
building
use?
stuff.
Did you use your
And then
degree?
we did the work.
Did you use your degree? Did you use your
Had to
degree?
use my degree with the level. Nah, it was more practical.
You
The
didn't.
degree
You didn't use your
help at
degree.
all. Not with the
You
leveling.
didn't go on to become a professional land surveyor.
No.
Okay. So then, what's the fucking point of bringing it up?
What the fact that level is
Hey,
horizontal.
in high school, I took a nutrition class, but I didn't go on to become a nutritionist.
No.
But now I'm going to pretend like I know every fucking thing about nutrition. is basically
I'm not
what you
saying
just
I
said.
know everything about it. Listen, if you'll get
You
this
tout
right,
your degree
it
like
is
you like
very
it's something
basic.
that we should
this,
be
though.
impressed with.
Level is establishing a horizontal line.
What does that have to do with the shape of the earth? Or do you just like talking
Water
semantics, not knowing what
is
nouns are?
Level. Water is also one of these types of level.
And continue.
72%
Wrap it up without circular thinking.
Of what you call Earth is water, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it? Are you talking noun level? Noun water? Adjective water? Verb water?
Actually, water
what-
level is
what
itself
level
just
is
a noun. There's only two definitions of it. Now, the two definitions of water level, two bullet points. Now, the first one is an instrument to show the level by means of the surface water in a trough or in a U-shaped tube, water level.
Yeah.
And then there's the water level measurement water level, which is the surface of still water, such as A, the level assumed by the surface of a particular body or column of water, B, the water line of a vessel. At no point in those, in the second one, which is the one we use for seawater and lake water and other large bodies of water, is there a horizontal? It is the level assumed, so the height assumed.
Yeah, level.
Not the,
No, the height assumed. The height.
The height of
Sea
what?
level.
The height of
Sea
what?
level doesn't mean sea flat.
Yeah, but what the height?
The height.
Yeah, the height.
The height.
So
The
by going
apparent
by the
flight.
definition that you
The height
that
from
you
what?
presented. Well, I'm assuming
The
from
height.
From the it's basically an
Altitude.
assumption of zero height.
Yeah,
altitude.
zero height is what though?
It's an altitude.
Right, no,
Yes?
altitude. Yes, that's the
It's-
level. That's where sea level starts. At 0 altitude, horizontal.
So it's so it's a
Not
measurement of-
horizontal.
Yes.
The horizontal has nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it does level. It's horizontal.
No.
Mhm.
Look, here's what you're saying. One, you're assuming the Earth is flat, therefore
No,
therefore
I'm
water
not
level,
assuming.
which proves
No,
the Earth
I'm
is
not
flat.
assuming anything. I'm just telling you, level is a tool for establishing a horizontal line.
The tool is used for
That's an
establishing a
interesting
horizontal line.
statement.
The
Yes.
word means
The
different
tool
things.
is.
The word level.
He's saying.
has
He's saying
come
the
to be
noun. The noun
line
is establishing
as well.
XYZ. Dude, the
It's not
the
saying that
noun
because you
does
just
this
making
thing.
stuff up. No, this is
Do you
so
know what a
simple,
noun
I don't
is?
understand why
We're
you
going
can't
back
say
to
it.
basic.
Firstly, we need to establish a baseline of information that we can all agree on. We'll start with a noun. Now, so noun. Do you know what a noun is? If you don't know what a
should we
noun is,
start
I'm
with
happy
the
to tell
level?
you.
Like level.
Well,
Let's just start with level.
No,
Look,
we
there
need
are
to go
three
back
definitions. There are
down.
three ways to use level. Noun,
Right, well, let's
verb,
use
adjective.
the tool, right, that establishes a horizontal line.
Why is he?
That's
So
the level.
why doesn't he want to talk about nouns?
Because
This is
we're
very
talking
interesting.
about level being a horizontal
And
line.
he clearly wants to use the noun, but he doesn't actually even know what a noun is.
Or he's playing this weird semantic game where he's just saying
Yeah, I
the
agree.
noun is
just keep-
horizontal,
keeping it
and then just
simple.
arguing
All right.
pedantically on that. That's
Summing
very,
up what a
very
noun-
interesting.
Summing up what a noun is can be done in 10 seconds. Can you describe what a noun is?
And go.
I can tell you what a level is. A tool for
We don't want to know what a level is.
establishing
We just want right now. We want to know what a noun is.
Why do you want to know what
All
a
right.
noun is?
Because we want to know that you know what it is.
Yeah,
Well,
we're trying
like
to
I said,
establish a
really
baseline
early
of
on,
information.
pretend I haven't got a clue about it. Just pretend I haven't. Explain to me.
Well, right now it doesn't seem it doesn't. We don't need to pretend at all from what
show
you're
me.
telling us.
Well, brilliant.
Cause should I just show him what a noun is, or what?
Yeah, go on.
Well, no, he likes dictionary so much he can go find the
like I say,
definition of a
I'm not
noun.
bothered. It doesn't make any difference. Level
It
is
does.
a horizontal
Wait.
line.
Wait, are you saying a noun, adjective, and verb doesn't make a difference in what you're trying to convey in information? Those three things
Not when we're
don't
talking
matter.
about the level that
Are they
is
interchangeable?
establishing a horizontal line. We
Is
don't
a
need- we don't
noun,
need to
adjective,
bother
and
with that.
verb interchangeable? Are those
You can
are
try
those
and
three
obfuscate
things?
as much as you want.
No, I'm trying to see if you know what a fucking noun is. That's all
Why?
I'm trying to do right now.
Why?
Because it appears that you don't.
Well, like I say, pretend I don't. Treat me as though I don't know what a horizontal.
But these are your claims. You should be able to back up your
I'm
claims.
telling you, level
No.
is a horizontal line.
What does
In precisely one sub definition of the possible three major
But
definitions.
we are using the builder's tool or the tool to establish a horizontal line.
and
That's
we just
the tool
established
level
that
we
the
are
tool
using.
can do a 45-degree angle. It can
Oh,
do a
come
90-degree angle.
Yeah, but it's not level.
That's
then,
what the
is it?
tool does.
It's not level.
If
though,
you
is
want
it?
to be pedantic, and go down this
Establishes a
semantic road,
horizontal line.
no, a builder's level can do a 45-degree angle. Therefore,
do,
Bev
yes.
says that is a horizontal
Can
line.
do, but
We got it.
It's got
we
that,
got it.
It's got that little
Nope, we
bubble
got
on
it.
it.
No,
right?
you don't have to talk.
That
Yeah, the
little
90-degree
bubble
bubble
helps.
and the 45-degree bubble.
No, it's no 45.
Therefore, anything that it touches is horizontal.
No.
Morgan, I think we got it. I think we can wrap
Anything
this
it
up.
touches.
I think we can
That
wrap
was
it
a
up.
Poor show, that.
No, that's exactly what you just said. The bubble in the middle means it's horizontal. Now I'm going to take my level. Okay. I'm going to put the bubble in the middle and I'm going to draw a line for you. And you can tell me if that's horizontal or not. Is that fair? I'll do that video a little bit later and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you and you will say that it's horizontal based on the definition that you just gave.
Which is and we have it on tape, so you can't take that definition back either.
We have it 10 different ways. Unless you can explain it better.
I have.
No, you just keep saying the same 5 words over and over and over again without clarifying. We're not obfuscating anything. 1, you don't know what a noun is. B, a 45-degree line can be horizontal. C, you're a massive hypocrite that doesn't call out hate when you see it. D, you support a server where the mods are okay with abuse.
Surveyor use 45-degree angles. Somebody came in the chat the other day trying to this thing. Is that where they set it up?
This isn't a setup.
No,
Nobody told me that. You literally just said that. A builder's level. Nope. A builder's level with the spirit bubble in the middle. That's a horizontal line, and we showed you different levels that have different angles that they can do. A laser level can do any kind of angle that you want it to do. In the chat, you're obviously not paying attention. I think we're either dealing with the Poe, who's playing dumb. There it is.
You showed. Oh, did you just put it in?
I just put that one in.
Morgan did, but there's one up here somewhere. And if not, we told you about it. It's all recorded on YouTube. We told you about 10 times. We told you about 10 times. So good. I think we're good here. I have to go, but I'm really happy.
Shame, isn't it? After we can't get the child abuse thing.
After an hour and a half, isn't it? Oh, you have to go after an hour and a half of spending your time talking to this guy who says a 45-degree line made by a builder's level is a horizontal line. Yeah,
Who said
I think we're okay. Listen, Bev, I'll be back on tomorrow.
I did not say that.
Bev, you and me tomorrow. Bev, pay attention. Pay the fuck attention. You and me tomorrow. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm really happy with the way that this went.
Tomorrow. You'll run.
I'll run. I've been here for an hour and a fucking half, dude. Your claims are bullshit. Your claims are bullshit. We talked about level for like an hour.
Put a level at
for an hour.
And end up coming like at least you
I
didn't
will.
try and bend.
And according to your definition, no, and
kept away
according
from
to your
that.
definition,
I like the way you.
we didn't get there because we were talking about nouns because you don't even know what a fucking noun is.
Line later, are you?
Yeah, we can talk about that tomorrow. Is that cool? Morgan, are you in?
Sweet.
Depends what time I have work, but yeah.
All right.
Have to bend in a straight
sounds
line
good.
as well.
Look, hey, you
we
can
go
shift,
over
you
why
can
you
dance
think
as
it's
much as you
okay
want.
To call people child abusers tomorrow as well. We're going to do that.
Yeah, I just fucking told you, dude. Are you stupid? We can talk about whatever the fuck you want tomorrow, including child abuse. And you know what? We hit on it.
Child abuse.
We hit on it.
Accusal.
Sure. Is an opinion an accusal?
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know. We can talk about it tomorrow.
Seeing as you're so fond of correct word usage, the correct word there will be accusation. Child abuse accusation, not accusal.
All right. Well, whatever.
Is that a noun?
You knew what I mean.
Or is that a verb? What is that?
Verb, adjective.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You
might
want to explain that to Bev. You might want to explain that to Bev. Yeah, you might want to.
Don't know, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to look it up now. It's interesting.
All right. Well, I do have to go, but you gentlemen enjoy your night. Bev.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You did
do
well.
whatever
you
it is.
Really
the fuck that
accuse
you do.
me of anything, but
Well,
you did.
believe it or not, it might
call me
actually
a few
it is a
names.
noun. Just using the wrong.
Oh, it's a noun too. Very cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Bev, don't wake up your wife.
Oh.
Stop abusing your kids, and we'll talk tomorrow.
I've never abused my kids. Quick go. Yeah.
You see the video, Jedi?
No, but I'm a little bit busy at the moment, so I'm just listening. My hands are full, my eyes are busy. But yeah, probably have to get back to you in a second or so.
10-4.
Yeah, so you're asking me to explain what we're seeing there?
No, I'm asking, how could you gauge what the sun is doing as far as the distance? Because it's coming in and out. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'm not trying to gauge the distance to the sun, just the angle to the sun. I would have to slightly reformat the way I figure out where solar noon is, because let's see. Well, no, the solar noon would still be the same method. I think it would work the same. I think the equations would be the same as far as my experiment goes.
No,
I don't really understand.
This is not about your experiment. It's looking at the sun and seeing what the sun is doing. That's all I'm asking.
Right.
Don't think about your experiment. Just look at the sun.
So you're asking me what it seems like it's doing?
That's correct. What do you think?
It seems like it's moving through the sky.
Is it going in and out, or what is it doing?
It's going. It's at a different angle throughout the day. Yeah.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay. Enough said.
What's the point that you're trying to make?
The sun is going in and out.
In and out. What do you mean? You mean farther away from you or closer to you, or?
Yeah, you can't see it. The way the shimmers of the sun on the outskirts is going. It's
You
going
do
away.
the time. You do the crime. You do the time. You know, if you're going to go out and have unprotected sex and fall pregnant, then you're going to have a jail term of 9 months while your womb is accommodating another little human being. And then if you don't want to be responsible for that human being when it pops out, there is so many people in this world that would love that job. And they even make it difficult now for regular families to adopt children. They make everything so difficult. All these unwanted babies, they become wards of the state. They get thrown into the foster care system. The foster care system is a huge money-making business over here. Foster care